Hey. Hi, my name is Loretta, or Trinity 6, and this is the Limitless Infinite, and it's a space for you to align your mind to higher vibrations and higher frequencies. Today, I'm at the beautiful Lake Tahoe. Came down, have a little bit of a swim. To kind of energize in the lake water. It's super chill here. The lake has really amazing energy, but also just wanted to shoot a quick video while I was here just about some stuff that had sort of come across in my reality in the last few weeks. And part of it was about the power of setting intentions. And I had watched this video that was Alan Watts, The Power of the Tao, or Tao. And in it, he talks about, he mentions in the beginning of the video basically how when you set a intention, like a New Year's resolution, like if you say, I'm not going to drink for the rest of the year, that's your New Year's resolution, that basically what happens is it like alerts what he said in the video was the devil to test you throughout the year, to basically test you in the strength of your faith to keep that resolution that you've intended for yourself. And so I thought that that was really interesting, that because it's almost like you're affirming in a way a negative, because what you want to do is live a life that without drinking, and instead of focusing on all the positive other things that you want to manifest in your life, when you set an intention like that, basically it's bringing in sort of like this negative vibration, because you're actually predetermining that you have the expectation that you might drink, so that your intention has to be that you won't give in to that. So basically it's like admitting that that vibration will be in your reality, and now you have to do what you can in order to not resonate with that vibration and give into it. And so I thought that was really interesting, because setting intentions is sort of an interesting thing in itself, because you actually are seeing something and setting an idea that's into the future. And so much of what we talk about now is about being super present in our reality. And so the more I thought about it, I was like, the power of setting the intention really might be in, which is, if you've read anything or heard anything from the Saint Germain discourses, it's the power of the I am statement. And what that means is when you say I am, you're bringing into your current present reality a state of being that you either are or want to be. And when you say I am, it has a definitive power. That energy has a certain frequency and vibration that comes with it, because you're stating that that is your state of being. And so I thought it was, I guess, interesting. Like I said that already a couple times, but I've been working a lot this year on trying to set intention before doing everything. Set intentions, like set intention for tomorrow, set intention for an activity that I'm about to do. And so I was going through this period where like almost everything that I wanted to do that was like energetic work, I would like right before it, I would like set the intention, like, I'm setting the intention to like burn this sage and clear the energy from this house. And I was like, I think that there's a difference between having like what I was saying earlier, like the New Year's resolution, when you are intending to not do something, or that is a little bit different, because that is when we're talking about having like a negative vibration about something that you don't want, and you actually manifesting that it will be in your reality, therefore you have to be trying not to do it. But you can also set powerful intentions, I think, that are like affirmations, when you're saying stuff like, I intend to light this incense to clear this room. And I think when you're about to do something, or that there is a lot more power behind the idea of saying, set the intention of being present in that moment. So when you're ready to do something, state that you are doing it, and that you don't necessarily have to like pre-intend everything, because then that also, like, I think even what he was saying about the pre-intention of a resolution can bring about an energy that would test you in you being able to keep that intention. And so especially in a time right now when we're setting so many intentions for so much like energetic work, an energetic clearing, that setting, predetermining all those intentions is like sending out this signal into the universe that you intend to do that work, that you're about to do that work. And like from what he was saying, that it can almost send back to you this energy that's like, or, you know, bring in this energy that would then test you as to whether or not you're going to keep those intentions. And now that's just like my personal interpretation based on what he said, but the more I thought about it, I was like, I think there's more power in just saying like that you are doing so. So I am clearing this room. So when you burn sage, it's like, instead of saying I intend to clear the energies of the room with this frequency and vibration of the sage, it's like I am clearing the energies of the room. And so I think it's like can be a little bit you know, more complex when we're talking about like, oh, like, but what if I want to set the intentions the night before for what you do tomorrow? I think that, you know, obviously a certain amount of planning for your day is important, but you know, that would be really interesting. I would actually probably love to hear what people would say about that, whether or not they think pre-intending the day before would be something really good. Not that it, I think, is bad, but whether or not that could then bring in things to your manifested reality that would then test your ability to be able to fulfill those intentions. So I think the most important thing is not saying don't intend, but it's almost like don't say intend when you're intending. So if you're saying like, I intend to do energy healing work tomorrow, and I intend to, you know, do 15 minutes of meditation in the afternoon, that when you say that the day before, you don't say I intend to, you say I am going to do the healing tomorrow. I am going to do afternoon meditation for 15 minutes. So I don't think it has really anything to do with wanting to pre-intend, especially when it's good intention things of doing energetic work or energetic clearing, but it's really about stating that you are, like, I am doing that, and that will carry a much stronger vibration from the night before into your following day, or even if it's just a few hours or a few minutes before any activity that you do, into doing the actual activity, because you're stating to the universe that you're about to do it. And the more powerful that energy is, the more it will resonate, and then the more it will attract back to you that state, that experience that you're calling out to the universe will essentially happen. So I thought it was funny because there's so much talk about setting intentions, and it is really important to intend. I think, like, when we say living with good intention versus like living with, you know, people who live with malintention, but you know, it's always good to have intention, especially when it's any kind of good intention, but turn the way to really like amplify your intention during your manifestation process is really about turning the intention into an I am statement. And so that way it goes from the vibration of like, because intend is sort of like a plan on doing it. And it's like, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. You don't plan on doing it. So if you send out to the universe, I plan on doing the meditation tomorrow, what you get back is just the planning of doing the intention, or the planning of doing the meditation. So if you take that word out and you understand that the most important part of setting intentions is stating that you are doing it, that I am doing it, the I am statement is so important, then you can quickly realize that the vibration of that frequency is, to me, like so much stronger, and will attract back to you the experience that you are doing it. And so it's just like the removal of the one simple word, which is exactly the word that you need to think about in order to make and create these kinds of statements that will then carry into your reality, the manifestations that you want for your life, and all the planning type things that you would want to do. But I thought that that was really important to kind of talk about. He had said that, and I was like, wow, that's really interesting. And I also thought it was interesting that you, like he was saying, like when you set a resolution, that you can attract something that will test you. And I think in kind of one angle is that when you set negative intentions, like I am not going to eat these kinds of foods, or I'm not going to smoke, or I'm not going to drink, that has a very low not very low, but has a lower vibration than just saying I'm going to eat healthy, I'm going to drink only water or only the beverages that you deem healthy, or I'm going to like be healthy by running and exercising, and list all the things that you want to do that aren't smoking. When you have a not statement, it's an affirmation is a statement that doesn't have a like negative in it. So if you want to affirm that what you want to do, not necessarily try to affirm something that you don't want to do. That's like, it's a little bit, I would say the force at which you can manifest that is not as strong, because you're, like I said, projecting into your reality the expectation that you might be doing it or that you will be doing it. And so then it's just like your frequency is really like fighting and trying to not do it. Well, it's like if you set the intention of, or if you just project a resolution that is everything that you want, then that's all that you will get back. But I was kind of like just thinking, you know, if it's something that's more of a confirmation of a negative aspect that you don't want and that you will attempt to not do it, that attracts like this other type of energy that would test you throughout the year for a period of time while you are actually trying to be successful or try to fulfill that goal for yourself. But is it the same when you have statements that are just good intentions, like I intend to do meditation work tomorrow? And I think to a degree, yes. I think when you try to affirm negative statements, that has a certain type of low vibration. But I think also setting intentions has a much higher vibration, especially when it's positive things with good intention. But I certainly think that there can still be forces that can maybe penetrate into your reality that might be either testing you or trying to distract you or take you away from fulfilling that intention. So that's what I was saying when you say, instead of I intend to do a meditation tomorrow, or I intend to do that, and you change it to I am, there's no doubt in your mind and in the statement that it will be done, and therefore the ability for any other energy to come into your reality to basically interfere with the vibration of the statement that you've given, it's almost like it's a lot more impenetrable, is the best way to say it. So when you say I intend to do something, like I'm planning to, it almost like leaves this little amount of wiggle room for other things to come in. And there may not be malicious intent, you know, it could be something even positive that comes in, but it's still something that might derail you from actually achieving that which you intended. But if you say I am, and the power of that, then you are, I think, a lot more able to actually ensure that that is fulfilled. And I think if you are one that's really good about setting intentions like really advanced, like I'm not, so I tend to do my intentions like right before something is about to be done. I tend to not necessarily plan a lot in advance, but if you are someone that's able to set intentions the day before, I think if you say I am going to do this tomorrow, or I am going to do this in 3 days, and you're persistent with that statement, that manifestation for the 1, 2, 3 days before it's supposed to happen, that you're able to generate that sort of manifested reality in a way a lot stronger, because you are speaking that into your world and into your universe so many more times. But also, I mean, it's like two different kind of ways of living. I think that there are people that are really good at planning and having that kind of side, and then there's some people that really kind of like go with the flow and kind of let happen. That's why I was saying, like, I tend to not be great about setting intentions the day before, but I'm really good, like if I know, like, hey, right now in like 10 minutes I'm about to do this, then, and when right before I do it, I really try to align myself and say I am about to do this energetic clearing, and I just feel it in my being that I am actually doing it. So I think it has to do with your personal preference and how well you can feel the vibration of that which you are stating that you're doing. You have to remember that the I am statement is a state of being, so that it can be more challenging if you are trying to say I am this, I am doing that, if you don't confidently feel like it's something within you that you're doing. But I do think that it's kind of like, the more you practice that kind of intention setting, the easier it will become to get in tune with how that really feels when you're accomplishing it. So if you aren't great at it, or even if you are great, but if you start saying, instead of saying I intend to do this, you say I am, the longer you do it, you know exactly when you're being kind of is like locked into that frequency. Like you might say it for days before, and then it's like the moment you're doing it, you're like, there it is. Like that's the vibration that I feel when I'm accomplishing that which I said that I would accomplish, or that I am in that state that I said that I would be. And then that way, when you recognize that frequency, it's much easier to just tune into that and tap into that. And you may not necessarily have to say like, okay, I have to set an intention to do this 3 days ahead because that's my personality. You might find the more you do it that you can go a shorter amount of time, but having to, you know, set those intentions and actually feel really aligned. But anyway, I saw that video and I wanted to make this video. I just thought it was a really important time because a lot of people are obviously waking up and a lot of people are doing energetic clearing, and there's a lot of talk about shadow work and collective work, especially with a lot of the energies that are going on right now, especially around COVID and just, you know, like the racism, and there's a lot of stuff that's stirring up a lot of emotional feelings for people. And I think energetic clearing and cleansing and energy cleansing or any kind of like healing work, we have a lot of that, I think, as a collective that we are doing and that we intend to do. And so I think it's so powerful to be able to put this video out for people to say, you know, when you set those intentions, that's awesome, and when you plan ahead, that's awesome, but take in the power of the I am statement as the intention. So intend without the word intend is basically the long and short of the story. But I wanted to share that with you guys today. I hope you're having a beautiful day once again. Here is beautiful Tahoe. The sun setting. Really beautiful afternoon. Yeah, it's been super great to just be here. As you can see, the lake's pretty awesome. But anyway, I hope you guys had a good 4th of July and a really great weekend, and I'll see you in my next video.